What's up, Crypto Crew, and welcome back. Or if this is your first time, I'm Captain Crypto Might, actively escaping the matrix, scoping out the crypto ocean. So if you like your odds, get on the boat, stay up to date, thumbs up, and join the hunt.
Into the boat!
Crypto Crew, smart contracts are on the way for Caspa, and many Caspians, yours truly included, believe that will be huge and will make Caspa one of the most complete crypto projects in the world. Now, IGRA Labs is one of the projects that will bring smart contracts onto the Caspa Network, continuing the innovation in this space whilst learning from its predecessors like Caspa's failing dad, Ethereum.
IGRA is built from the lessons learned on the Ethereum L2 experiment, meaning all gas in IGRA will be paid either in Caspa or ICAS, which is a wrapped version of Caspa. However, we will need a token in order to secure the IGRA nodes that validate the different state transition. Our first priority is building. Then, when we're going to have ZK-VM, we're going to be able to have a phase 2 of a ZK-based rollup on top of Caspa. We expect that to happen by Q4, launched in Q1 of 26.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Before we continue, Crypto Crew, always remember to keep your crypto investments safe. Practicing self-custody is key, especially amidst this 2025 bull run. In my personal opinion, the Tangent wallet is your best option. Plug and play, easy to use, and the most affordable cold storage out there. So if you wish to order your Tangent wallet today, you can get 10% off using code CryptoCrew. Check out the link in the description box below. Thanks so much for your consideration and support in advance, and may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you all. Crypto Crew recently, Ankit from the XXIM podcast hosted Pavel, Dennis, and Mike from the IGRA Labs team talking about smart contracts, stablecoins, and more.
Our project is nothing without builders. Like, this thing is not going to work if we just provide the best-in-class infrastructure with zero volume, with zero transaction volume. It's not going to fly. We need people who build on IGRA. These teams are going to build DeFi infrastructure, wallets, bridges, DeFi infrastructure, lending protocols, stablecoins, AMM, DEXs. So, all these core things which will enable also utility for Caspa and also allow to create DeFi of the new kind. Caspa, as a decentralized sequencer, allow for very interesting use cases, which not really possible until now. Also in terms of transaction volume, like TPS, but also in what's called atomic composability.
Imagine we have here 4 players.
Right.
One player is Caspa node, layer 1, right?
Yeah.
Another player, IGRA node, layer 2, okay, where execution of this transaction happens. Another player is the user with MetaMask, you, okay? Sure. And another player is the relayer. When you configure your MetaMask, okay, you configure address of the relayer in the RPC of the relayer in your MetaMask, and your MetaMask sends your transaction to your swap on CandySwap or ZillaSwap or whatever to the relayer.
Yes.
Relayer then takes this transaction, okay, constructs Caspa, a layer 1 transaction. Your transaction goes into the payload field of this layer 1 transaction.
Layer 1.
Relayer. Then relayer posts it for you, okay, to layer 1, okay. Right. Then the miners, there is a 5th layer here, the mine, and the mines this block. Only then, IGRA node, which is sitting on the side and monitoring what's going on, checking every new Caspa block, what's going on there, okay? IGRA node sees your transaction there in one of the payloads, in one of the transactions. It picks it up and executes it. Done, okay? This is the life of your transaction, okay?
In this model, this model is actually, we see it as a based rollup should have done on Ethereum from the very first stage, from the get-go. The whole cycle which Ethereum ecosystem went through with the scaling through L2s, it was required from product and ecosystem standpoint at that moment, but from technical standpoint, you should have built what we currently build, I think, we believe. So just build programmability and keep sequencing on the layer 1.
Motivation for rollups on Ethereum and the motivation for rollups on Caspa is inverse. In Ethereum, you have the smart contract, you don't have the scale. So if you want to scale, you need to do those rollups. On Caspa, it's the inverse. You have the scale. You don't need somebody to store all the transactions and batch them so that you can put them on the tiny blockchain they have. No, we have enough space for everybody. What we don't have is the smart contracts. So it's the inverse thing, but it's the same name for I don't know, for linguistic reasons.
I want to move a little bit over to stablecoins. So what's the status of stablecoin? How are you guys thinking? And what are you guys thinking?
Yes, we're in talks. We don't have anything specific currently to announce, but we think that stablecoin is essential, like for any proper business, proper decentralized finance business on IGRA. So that's something which is needed. There are different solutions for that. The simplest one is a traditional bridge. There are challenges related to that. So it's not an easy stunt to pull in terms of business and technology. So we think if any of our existing ecosystem teams or new teams will want to take this challenge, we'll be super grateful and we'll fully support that. We don't want to build this it's not our part. Like stablecoin is not our expertise, but we understand that for IGRA to be successful, we need someone to bring this, and that was also part of our talks in Hong Kong, for example, with potential business partners. You can build your wrapped stablecoin around whatever existing stablecoin. You need the licensing, you need partnerships for that. Or you can onboard some algorithmic permissionless stablecoin. There are several very interesting projects doing that.
I envision multiple stablecoins, each one going in a different direction on how they stabilize the coin. And they will all work on top of IGRA, and we will help all of them with the onboarding to IGRA so that they can compete and use the infrastructure that we're building. And we can't do everything, so that's on the community. But we will definitely be very helpful for anybody from the community that wishes to build such a coin on top of IGRA.
You guys are thinking of doing your coin launch, right? Is it KAS, I think you mentioned? And what will be the purpose of that coin you're thinking of launching?
It's just something like you have to do with the decentralized ledger. You should have some way of increasing security. Even though we don't have our own consensus, we need a way to increase decentralization. We actively pushing for people to, we will be actively pushing for people to run IGRA nodes and validators. This thing will work only with high degree of decentralization. So for this, we want to incentivize people. And, for this, utility token IGRA will be used. It's our way to build actually the proper network. Not just host 3 nodes on our machines. That's not our purpose. Again,
no.
We want to build software, not to manage the node fleet. It's against our principles. We believe in decentralization, not in just having everything run in-house, obviously. So we need to separate 2 things. It's very important that there is a wrapped Kaspa, which will be used as a gas token on IGRA, canonically bridged from layer 1 to layer 2. Essentially, you will send your Kaspa on layer 1 to some wallet, and then one-to-one amount of IKAS, wrapped KAS, will be minted on IGRA, and you can use it for whatever purpose. And then there is a utility token IGRA, which will be used to incentivize validators to on IGRA clients.
It's very important to note that this IKAS is one-to-one to Kaspa, and you can redeem it back to Kaspa in a permissionless way. Just send a transaction on top of IGRA that redeems Kaspa. You get your Kaspa on layer 1, and you don't have to trust anybody, and you don't have to get permission from anybody to do that. And it's not limited. For example, I don't know, in Binance, if you want to stake, you get this token, and if you want to redeem it, you have to wait. There's nothing like that. You have to place a transaction on top of layer 1, include some layer 2 logic. It will be executed by all the nodes, and you get your Kaspa back.
IGRA node is needed not only to incentivize node runners, but also to secure the bridge before the ZK will be available on Kaspa, okay? The exit bridge, from IGRA back to Kaspa needs to be secured, and it will be secured by staking of IGRA token on IGRA nodes, okay?
And the primary utility of this token is increasing security of layer 2 by increasing decentralization, onboarding new nodes in the ecosystem. And again, IKAS is a gas token. Also, you can think about KAS also as a gas token, because people via relayers will be able to use native KAS as well.
Shout out to the XXIM podcast and IGRA Labs. It will take some months before IGRA Labs will launch some concrete products. And as Maya Sahavi at the beginning of the video mentioned in her talk at the 2025 Web3 Festival in Hong Kong, IGRA Labs' first goal is to build, as IGRA Labs is building the infrastructure on the Caspa Layer 1, showing the versatility of KAS using Caspa as a sequencer. In short, Crypto Crew, Caspa is far from a finished project, but 2025 will be the year things will fall into place and the crypto ocean will take note. This is why holders of Caspa, yours truly included, walk by faith, not by sight.
Stick around.
Fix your mind before you get to the grind. And with that said, let's continue to escape the matrix. Let's continue to be on the lookout for the next big thing here on the crypto ocean. Grow in grace and let's make some crypto waves. Say I.